So the Sunday morning we were there, we got to worship with the church. What was it like to worship in a language that you had no idea what was being said?
At first I thought it was just weird. I was just kind of like looking around and I was just like, this is cool, but like I didn't understand anything they were saying. And I was like, this is cool. They're a different language, worshiping the same God, which is cool.
Yeah.
But then when they started singing Waymaker, that was cool because then everybody knew that song, so we were all singing it together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the last VBS we were playing Duck Duck Goose, but we had God, Jesus, Holy Spirit. And we had, I think, about 5 kids just right there before we started playing say that they wanted to accept Jesus into their life.
Yeah, we had a total of like 11 kids during the whole trip, VBS and stuff, that made decisions to follow Christ, which is amazing. Jana, tell me about our project. Like, what was our goal for the construction side of things during our trip?
Our goal for the construction was to build on another section of the church. So we were moving a bunch of dirt and like flattening it out, spreading it all around this like big rectangular area. Yeah. So they could build more of the church on because people couldn't fit.
Yeah.
During the construction, the heat was intense. And the humidity, that might be an understatement, but the humidity was pretty intense too. It was just doing what you could, and then every 10 minutes, it'd be like, everybody sit down, drink a half bottle of water.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was pretty cool. I mean, hot, but it was pretty cool how we all came together, and like sometimes we would switch. We'd like have shift rotations.
Yeah.
So like some people would be resting while others went and took their spots, and it just kept the thing going.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Pastor Orman's story is that when he got to the church to start pastoring it, they had 2 elderly women there. And now he's at 120 with his church. So people are, like you saw on Sunday, like sitting outside of the church. You know, before we went on the trip, we got to send some money to the church just to say, hey, get some supplies that you need to get this project going. And around day 2 of the trip, we were like working, doing the same things. And we just asked the pastor, very like honoring, trying to respect him, but also just saying, what can we do as effective as possible? Just saying, what would it take money-wise to get just like a big excavator out here? He says, it's $80 for 2 hours. And we're like, get that guy here. What are you waiting for? Like, and so for me, that was one of my favorite parts of the whole trip, seeing this dream that the pastor had, that God had given him, be fulfilled with what God has given us financially. Every year, Fountain Springs is a giving initiative called Send a Kid, what you guys are aware of. I hope some of you guys go to the mission trip this year. But Send a Kid is about sending kids to camp, and also a missions trip as well. And we saw just the church just do amazing things, and God did amazing things this year through Send a Kid.
So because of Send a Kid, it was very eye-opening for me, just knowing that I have all of these people back home who financially supported me to go share my faith and the gospel with other people who may not have had that shared with them or believe in God. So it's just really cool knowing that all of these people here back at home were allowing me to go do the work for God.
When I see that I get financial support from Send a Kid, I'm really inspired. I'm really inspired by the church and by the people in the church who are willing to step out of their comfort zone and giving to this fund so that people like me can get used by God to do things, you know?